So I've been wanting to do this video, just a follow-up to my content creation 101 video. I'm creating a playlist. If you haven't watched it already, if you're just here and you want to know how to grow your social media platforms, maybe start a fashion channel or some other channel featuring your area of expertise, these things will help you monetize social media, because the bottom line is that we are on these social media platforms and a lot of us aren't making money. We're wasting time because we're scrolling all day long and not really trying to figure out the best way to reach the people who are following us. And growing a following isn't easy. I've taught this for years. I've taught it to clients and people who I've coached one-on-one, and sometimes they heed my advice. Sometimes they just do what makes them feel comfortable. And if you ever get stuck just doing with what makes you feel comfortable, you're not going to grow. So I have some notes here and I'll be referencing them. I wanted to talk about my journey though, from taking TikTok to something that's going to pay me for being on it. So I no longer post for free. If I'm posting and my followers are really getting into what I'm posting, sharing and reposting it, then that's broadening my reach and that's earning me dividends every single month. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the creator rewards program on TikTok, and then I'll kind of segue into YouTube, because right now those are the only two platforms I'm using. Instagram, for instance, they cheated me out of maybe $200. So they have this thing called Reels, and you can monetize your Reels, and there's money sitting in there. I didn't know it was in there, and when I went, they were like, no, it expired. So I'm no longer using that platform. I'm only using Facebook for the group that I created for content creators. But yeah, let's just get into it. So TikTok's creator rewards program, here's the criteria. You have to have 10,000 or more followers. So the goal is, if you know you want to enter this program, then promote and get the people connected to you to promote or create content that's so engaging that people can't resist sharing it and reposting it, because the goal is to get to 10,000. And not only do you need to get to 10,000, you have to have 100,000 watch hours in the last 30 days, not 60, not 90, 30 days. So in a month, you have to create content that will create views in that ballpark and to get accepted to the program. And it can't be a business account. So originally my TikTok account was a business account, and what I had to do is switch it over. When I decided I wanted to get into the creator rewards program, I switched it over from a business account and I took it to a regular basic account. That's the criteria. You cannot monetize a business TikTok account. So that's what I did. And my sister, she was really good at helping me. She was watching my videos, she was sharing my videos. And then one of the things that I did is, when I wasn't even thinking about doing or entering the creator rewards program, I realized I had videos that had 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 views. So what I did to try and meet that 100,000 views in 30 days was repost some of my most viral videos, and they went viral again. So that helped me get there. And it was kind of like a beat the clock thing, because, like, say you get to day 31, right? Then it's going to shave off some of the views that expired within that 30-day period, if you understand what I'm saying. So the goal was to keep the views coming, so that I can finally see apply, click the button, and it was almost instant. I just had to get my banking information up there, but I'm in the program. And the goal is to get in the program And you understand that as you grow, not every video is going to go viral, but even the ones that don't go viral, you can make $3, $5, $10, $15 off of those videos. And if you're posting every day, just imagine that every day you post one video, then you have 30 videos that are working for you and building you up to making the bigger bucks, even if you never go viral. Okay, so that's what I did. Yeah, I had to convert my own page and I was trying to beat it. I said that. I posted old viral videos. I did that. And the crazy thing was that, I mean, I did a celebration. Once I actually got in, because my sister, she was texting me every morning. She was like, where you at? How many more to go? What do you need? And she was watching and viewing. And I was just so happy. Well, she wasn't the only one. There were a couple of other people, like 2 or 3 other people on TikTok that I was like, please watch my videos, please watch my videos. Because I know I was like maybe 1,000. There was a point that I had 96,000 views. So that means I only needed 4,000 more views. So I'm scrolling through my old videos and then kept posting like every day, like the most viral videos that I had in the past. And I hit it. They welcomed me on board, and you're able to see how much your videos are making. And when you don't hit their threshold is like $100. That's when they pay out. And even if you don't hit that $100 every single month, you can see it's deposited into a queue that kind of stacks up. And then once you hit the 1,000, you can, roll it over into your bank account. So I was excited about that. That was one of my goals this year. Never was a goal before, but it became a goal this year just because you need streams coming from every direction. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't put all your ducks in one little rowboat. You have to make sure that you have your hand in this and that. And that's why this year I'm focusing on TikTok, and I'm focusing on YouTube as well. So YouTube, right? YouTube. I'm going to come back to TikTok, but let's talk about YouTube for a little while. YouTube, if you are a type of person that you do any kind of teaching or something where you need to walk people through, you need a YouTube channel. You need a YouTube channel so that you can monetize it, so that you can get paid when people are searching and landing on your videos. You can get paid for the views and the exposure and the advertisement, because even when you're not monetized, they're still putting ads on your videos and you're getting zero for it. So you might as well monetize it so that those video ads start to pay you and you're not just letting them take up space on your stuff. Okay? You need to get monetized, or to get fully monetized, because there's a partial monetization, but I've never seen people really make a lot off of that. You want to be fully monetized with video ads. So to get that, you need 1,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube. They call them subscribers. You need 1,000, you need 4,000 watch hours, right? 4,000 watch hours. So that means if you're supposed to be helping someone by liking their channel, subscribing to their channel, liking their videos, you need to be watching, because the watch hours count for them too. A lot of times people come on board and they think they're helping you by just hitting subscribe, but then if the notifications are going out and you're never coming and watching the videos, and you're not really helping them, because it's both. It's not just subscribers, it's the watch hours too. And you get the watch hours. The watch hours for me were harder to get, and I know how to engage and I know how to promote. So they were harder for me too. And one of the things I did on TikTok, switch back over to TikTok, they have a button in the back, right? In the back office, they call it, where you can switch off the people you know. So a lot of times, and I'll explain it, a lot of times people will follow you just to see what you're doing, follow you just so they feel like they didn't miss anything, follow you and have no intentions on engaging your content. So one of the things I did, because I was like stuck at getting 100, 200 views on TikTok, but once I switched that off, what it does now, instead of showing, because that's wild, right? For TikTok to be showing the people that you know your videos first, and then when they don't even like it, then it kind of lags and slows down and they stop pushing it. But when you turn that off, you know you have a good video. You turn that off and it shows it to people who don't even know you, right? And when they start liking it and more people start liking it, then eventually the people you know start liking it, then your video picks up momentum and it starts getting exposure. And that's how initially you can go viral or just do much, much better with your videos and the stuff you post. And a lot of time, and it's the same way with YouTube too. They test it out. They're sending it out to your subscribers. And if the people who subscribe aren't even watching it or giving it a like, then they're like, okay, well, maybe this isn't quality content, but that's just a lie. So you really need to align yourself with people who, if they're going to follow you, they're actually going to support you. They're actually going to watch your stuff. They're actually going to like, share, leave a comment. And a lot of times what I do is, I know people can't every day sit down and just watch my videos. Some people go on a binge watch. They go on a Saturday when they're cleaning their house or cooking something, and they'll go through my videos and just let them play, pick a playlist and let it play. But everybody doesn't have the time to do that. But if every now and then, like maybe once a week, you go on and try and catch up with the videos you miss, it will help out the content creators that you follow in a great way. Okay? It really will. Because the bottom line is when you're liking, when you're sharing, when you're reposting, that is a seed. You're giving someone else an extended reach, and what you give to them will come back to you. So one day you'll have a channel. One day you'll have a TikTok account. One day you'll have a product that you're trying to sell, and you'll want people to do the same thing for you. So pay it forward. Start off doing that, right? Say, okay, I don't know if Dom posted a video today. Let me go and see. Sometimes it doesn't even come up in your feed, and I understand that, but sometimes we need to make an effort to go looking for the people that we like. It's almost like, in a neighborhood where you hear that the people's favorite bookstore is closing, and everybody's up in arms about it. But then you have to think, when is the last time you shopped there? When is the last time you promoted there? When is the last time, you told somebody about it? We miss stuff, but then are we actively helping and assisting? And those are the kind of people that you want to follow you, to subscribe to your channel. People who will take the extra effort and sit down and say, I really like this content. She explains stuff so well. I like this. I need more of this. Let me tell my friends about it. My sister's into content creation. Let me send her a link to this video. And when you do that, it makes it a community for all of us. Okay? But here are some tips that I will give you, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on TikTok or whether you're on both, right? The first thing I would say is stay the course. Stay the course. It's so easy to quit when you post a video and you don't get 100 views. 100 views on YouTube is a lot compared to what we complain about on TikTok. Like TikTok, we want to see 1,000 views, right? But 100 people looking at a video, even if they don't watch the whole thing, is still giving it exposure. So you have to stay the course through the highs and lows, the ups, the downs. You have to stay the course. You have to say, this is my goal for this year, or this is my goal for this quarter, and I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. And even if you are not the type of person where you're like posting every day or every single week, when you post, you have to make sure it is the best, well lit content that you can create. So make sure you're not in dim lighting. Make sure that the colors that you're wearing pop. Make sure that the stuff behind you gives a visual or something for the people to look at that pulls them into the video and wants them to, promotes them to hear what you're saying. It kind of lures them in. That's what you want. Stay the course. I'm telling you, the crazy thing is, wanting to compare yourself to someone else. My journey is different from your journey. I have two YouTube channels. So I have Dom Tourage, and of course that's for self-care, fashion, how to build a wardrobe, and lots of starter kits. So kind of teaching you how to pick your fragrance, how to select your signature style, and things like that. I expound on what I love, which is fashion over there. Then I have Miss Princess Dom, and that's more so the relationship, spiritual warfare type stuff on that page. And they're separate because people like and need different things. And I'm just chock full of information. I'm just chock full of it. Okay, so I initially wanted to do this live in my group. If you're interested in joining the group, drop a comment below and I'll reply with the link. Um, but I wanted to break this down over here so that as we're ending this year, you can make a plan for the next year to walk into whatever the desires of your heart are, whether it's to get into the program, the Creator Rewards program, or even TikTok Shop, because that's another way you can earn over there. There are lots of products, right? Even if you're into just fashion, there's so much fashion on there that you can add to your store and then promote some stuff. And every time someone buys what you're selling through your link, you're making $4, $5, some products $10, right? If you are, in the safety realm, like self-care and safety, they have all kinds of gadgets and stuff. What I'm saying is they have something that falls into every category. Even if what you teach is the Bible, they have Bibles over there. There is like a big Bible pillow that they had sent me, and I promoted it, and I made a couple of $100 off of, a pillow that looks like a Bible that does have scriptures inside, and it's a nice conversation piece. So whether you are monetizing your YouTube in the creator rewards program or using TikTok Shop, those are revenue streams that should be coming to you on a daily basis and totaling up for a payout every single month. It just is. It just is. And when it comes to social media, just remember, be you. I always tell people this. Some people don't listen to me, but I tell people this all the time. I'm not against using banners, but when everything you share, especially on TikTok, is a banner, um, you're not creating an engagement so that people can hear you, know what you think, know where you stand. Reading words is totally different from getting to know someone personally. So when people watch my video, they know what I'm about, they know what I stand for, they know what I promote, they know what I believe, they know why, because I've shared so much of me that they get me. And that's what you want, because if, for instance, you're trying to sell or promote something, but you haven't built that trust because all they're seeing are banners, then you're not going to make very much headway there. You need to engage your audience. Just like they say, Instagram is a visual platform, TikTok is a visual platform too. And you can use banners sometimes, but you got to get on that video. You have to open your mouth. You have to be saying something, because the bottom line is this: you are the one worried about how you're looking, right? On a video. They're not necessarily worried about that. People who don't know you and probably never going to meet you are not worried about if every hair is out of place. I have these starter locks, and sometimes when I'm doing videos, I can see that I have new growth coming in and the middle of my hair is fuzzy. But guess what? I'm not going to say, let me wait 2 weeks till I get my hair done to make another video. I'm going to make that video. I'm going to let those 400 or 500 views come in and likes and shares, and I'm just going to keep on trucking. I'm not going to get caught up on perfection thinking, because I pick myself apart, that other people are going to do the same thing. You better post that video, because there are people on TikTok with serious handicaps, and they are out there teaching, sharing, putting on makeup on top of burns and all sorts of things. So we can't be so vain that we think, well, I don't look perfect, so I'm not going to be in a video. I'm just going to put a banner up, and then by the same token, hope and wish that money comes in like crazy. You have to put yourself out there. That's it. That's it. And not to bash, but I'm just trying to give you that shove so that when this new year comes in, you'll make a schedule. Like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to post something. And it doesn't even have to be you always talking. Lately, I'm just posting me walking around, fiddling with my clothes in the back there. And then I have like a little caption, something that someone can relate to. But people want to see you. If you hope that they will one day buy something from you, attend a meetup that you're hosting, you better get in front of the camera and stop being shy, because we don't have no time for that. We have no time for that. And while I'm on the followers portion of it, listen to your followers. If they're telling you, I like this, oh, you should post more of this, then they're telling you, they're giving you the content ideas without you even having to think up what to post. And some of those comments, you need to be turning those over into a video where you can expound on whatever it is. So, for instance, when I was teaching on soul ties, and someone says, well, how do you break a soul tie? So I take that caption, I take that comment, put it on my video as a caption, and I begin to walk through how to break soul ties. So you have to use what you have. You have to use what's coming to you. You have to listen to the people who follow you. Okay? Next, go live. And I know this is going to be a stretch, especially for the people who like to be behind the scenes, because that was always me. But I got to the point where I was like, look, I have to go live so I can engage these people who are following me, and going live is just like a bonus, a reward for people who've already decided this is the account I want to follow. And then you can get to engage with them on a deeper level. Okay? Engaging with people through a live video is one of the fastest ways to grow. Every time I go live, I leave that live with new followers, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on TikTok. And the more people that you connect with, the quicker your chances are to get in the Creator Rewards program, and also up your earnings when you post a video and you have a link, or if you post a video that fits the criteria of the Creator Rewards program. I think the videos have to be, they have to be over a minute. So I try and do a minute and one, but then my longer videos where I'm teaching go over that. They might be 2 or 3 or even 4 minutes sometimes. Okay? So you want to build trust. So my goals, let me just tell you some of my goals. So my goal for TikTok is to begin earning and to be verified. So to get verified, you need like a write up in a major paper or major magazine, just showcasing who you are as a person, right? And connecting that to you and your social media, and normally when that happens, you'll get an automatic approval. So I haven't had any recent write-ups, but my goal is to do that so I can get verified on both platforms, because there's just something about that blue check button where, when people see that, they feel, okay, this is the platform sanctioning this person for this category they're in, and this tells me that they do know what they're talking about, and they verify you, right? So again, you want to map it out, and I'm not going to say it can't come overnight, because it can. You can go from obscurity to 10,000 people knowing you. My first viral video that hit 1.6 million was a video of my husband and I in Kentucky. We went to visit the Ark replica, and I posted it. Now, here's the kicker: half of the people, maybe even more than half of the people who viewed it and left a comment, were people who did not believe in God, were atheists, and were very vocal about my video. And at first, I was tempted to delete their comments, but I realized their comments and their views were pushing my video, and it went viral. It hit 1.6 million. So it could literally be anything. I think the video was just of me, like panning the entire arc from front to back, and then I wrote some words up there. So it wasn't a very long video, but by the same token, 1.6 million. So that was my first viral video. And I got my 10,000 plus followers there almost instantly. Every morning I was waking up to like 1,000 new followers, right? And this is on TikTok. So I'm thankful for that. But analytics is where you're going to see how you're doing, how much of the video people are watching. Is it the males or the females? What city are they from, or what country they're from? I get a lot from both the US, but then I also get quite a bit from Africa for some reason. And, it's not necessarily me planning that out. I'm just posting what I post and what I've been known for, and the rest just takes off. So I have two TikTok accounts. I already told you I have two YouTube channels, one for relationship stuff and one for fashion, but I also have two TikToks, same thing. One for relationship stuff, and the other, Domtourage, DOTCOM.com, is my account for fashion. So I found out I had to move my fashion over to another channel, because when I would teach on the relationship stuff, that would get high views, and then when I would stick a video in there of me twirling around in something cute, it would get like 100 or 200. And that was my sign that, okay, this doesn't go together. I need to separate them. And when I separated them, then the fashion started doing better than it was doing when I had it combined on my page. So yeah, that's just a little of what I wanted to hop on and share today. If you have a goal and you want to reach that goal, give yourself at least 6 months to a year to accomplish it. But as you're trying to accomplish it, I want you to map out how you're going to get there. Are you just going to post a video? Are you a member of any groups where you can tell people, this is my goal, please help me reach my goal? Do you have other ways to reach people? Do you have a mailing list? I started sending my videos out to my mailing list. So I e-blasted them out, and people who are following me for relationships, I send that their way. And those who want fashion from me, fashion tips, fashion incentive, I send my channel links to my fashion stuff through that mailing list. So mailing lists are free. I use MailChimp, MAIL Chimp, CHIMP.com. And I think unless you have under 500 people, you have to pay for it. If you have under, you don't have to pay. If you have over, then it's a monthly fee. But if you're just starting, get people on your list, e-blast it out, and make sure that when you are posting videos, whether it's on YouTube or TikTok, you're writing a caption. Never just post a video. Write something under it. Whether you're giving them a scripture, whether it's a call to action. If this resonated with you, click like. Drop me a comment. What do you think? I just posted a video about deal breakers, relationship deal breakers. And I asked people in the caption, what are your relationship deal breakers? Drop them below. And when people did that, I was able to take some of their deal breakers that were actually deal breakers of mine too, and then spin it into another video that kind of piggybacked on the first one. So, don't lose hope. Don't be disappointed if it feels like you're not getting it. Make the appropriate changes and then go from there. I'm going to come back next time, and I think I'm going to talk about more about how to be the real you, because I think that sometimes when we watch other people's videos, we think we have to do it like them, right? We think we have to come across like them, but people know me, they know who I am, they know how I talk, they know how I sound. So if I started trying to be, like a Jackie Ina or someone else, it'd be fake. It would be fake from the beginning to the end. But anyway, I just wanted to hop in and talk a little bit about monetization. You can do it and you should do it, right? Nobody should be scrolling. I tell my mentees this all the time. Nobody should be scrolling social media for free. You shouldn't. Yes, you're going to watch videos of some of your friends, and that will help them get to the monetization zone. But for the most part, don't sit there just scrolling. Come up with ideas. And I understand sometimes you have to scroll to get ideas, but also get your ideas directly from the people who are following you. Ask them questions. Do you want to see more of this? I'm in the process of doing some live unboxing. So I posted it on this channel. Go to the top of the page where it says post on YouTube, and you'll see where I posted, should I go live and do an unboxing? You can click like on that, right? You can click like on that. When there are features on different platforms that you use, just make sure that you use them, because they're there to benefit you. And once you reap the benefits, then you can help somebody else along the way. So if you have any other questions about this or anything I did not mention, drop those questions below. I'm going to do a follow-up, like I said, how to be authentically you, and we're going to go from there. So here's to everyone being monetized on YouTube and on TikTok too. See you next time.